Welcome back. It is the Drunk Capitalist here, and today, as you can see from the title and the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about people's car payments. Now, it's already been reported for the all summer and really beginning of this year and a little bit last year that the price of cars has been going up like exponentially. Like, apparently, since there was like chip shortages and now there's car shortages, and basically like it's actually kind of working more in the favor of the dealerships and just not really the manufacturers as much, for obvious reasons. They don't really have the ability to make as many cars, but the dealerships, because they don't have as much cars, they now have people in bidding wars. But that leaves consumers and car buyers in a weird position where now they're paying crazy amounts for their cars, making them borrow more money at the bank and having crazy prices. That's what I surmise from it, but we could read this article that I haven't read yet from the New York Times. Average car payments hit a record high. Here's what to know. The average monthly payment is now $700, but shoppers have options. $700 is crazy because that's not even insurance or maintenance. Like, I never owned a car before, so I have no idea, but I don't know how often you need to maintain your car, or like what to do, or like how much it really costs. But I know it's not cheap, like especially with everything going on right now, including inflation. Like, it's probably insane, including looking for less expensive smaller vehicles. Yeah, like the option right now will probably be to like look for more compact or more fuel efficient. But then you have to think about it. If you're in a time where gas prices are high, car prices are high, everyone's going to be flocking to the more efficient cars. Everyone's going to be moving away from their gas guzzlers, their Jeep Wranglers, their SUVs, the full body Lincoln Navigators and Cadillac Escalades. Nobody's going to be trying to buy that because those are too expensive and they cost too much to even drive it. So I can understand that, but then I feel like it's just going to drive up the price of your regular old, Hondas and, Toyotas and the like. So what they're saying here is tight supplies of new cars, high prices, rising interest rates. Well, yeah, that's another thing, is the interest rates is also kind of high. So like, imagine having to pay more for a car over like suggested retail, and then also taking out the more loan because now you have to pay more for the car, and on top of the high loan you now have a high interest rate on more money. That sounds crazy. It's just wild. I would say you probably just shouldn't buy a car if you don't got no money. Like, honestly, like if your car still moves, it operates, and you're not gonna break down the highway, you should probably just drive it until like for another 5 years when things start to cool down. I'm not making a prediction. I really don't know when things are gonna cool down. I just know that it's just best to just drive your car into the ground at this point in time. Tight supplies. All right, well, in June, the average transaction price of a new car topped $48,000 for the first time, an increase of almost $13,000 from a year earlier. $48,000 is crazy. I remember when I was in college, you could buy a house for $48,000. To imagine that an average car costs $48,000 is crazy. Like, what do you need to spend $48,000 for? Like, that's a lot of dollars. And because the interest rates on cars are influenced by the benchmark rate set by the Federal Reserve, yeah. Because, like, the banks borrow money from the Federal Reserve, and then they add on their piece on top, and that's what you pay, because they pay the other amount, because they're the ones they borrow first in order to print new money, and then they put their price on top. And the funny thing about it is, the reason why I've been very wary in the first place about going to buy a car is because I know dealers, and they don't have any qualms about throwing on an extra interest on top of your interest, especially if you get financing through them. Like, the financier would be like, 6%, and then the dealer would try to get you into a deal for 20%, and they could just eat off the top. It's crazy out here. You shouldn't buy anything without research. It's wild out here. I'll probably give y'all a backstory on my car buying journey and all that stuff. But when that happens, it happens, and you guys will find out about it. Most new cars are financed, and the average monthly new car payment now hovers around $700, a record high according to recent industry reports. It's now a combination of higher prices and higher rates. So the reason I'm even getting into this, because obviously I'm not like a car person, but like the reason I'm getting into this because it's like finances, and then also there was a viral TikTok that got me interested in knowing more about it, because I was just like, I looked at it like crazy, and then now I have a few other videos also, but I'm gonna show you the viral TikTok first. It is insane. Guys, watch it with me.
Hey sir, what is your car payment?
Mine is $13.25.
And what kind of vehicle is that?
It's a 22 Ford Raptor.
Okay. You have another payment?
I do.
$13.25 is rent. like that is straight up rent mortgage money. Like you at that price you must be living in the car. Like I don't understand. Like $1,325 a month, and that's before insurance and maintenance. That sounds crazy. Don't ever do that. Like I would advise, I'm not a financial advisor obviously, but I would advise that against that. That is insane for anybody, really.
Actually, my wife's, hers is $1,000. It's a 22 Ford Expedition.
Y'all spending luxury rent payments on cars, like on actual cars, and I don't even know if it's a lease or if it's a purchase car, because that's another thing. They be trying to hit you over the head with the leases too, but that's crazy.
Hey ma'am, what is your car payment?
$13.86.
And
Insane.
what kind
Stupid
of car
number.
requires a $1,386 payment?
A 2022 Grand Wagoneer Series 3.
Perfect. Hey sir, what is your...
Hold on. She said a 2022 Grand Wagoneer. Let's find out what that is and how much that costs. Grand Wagoneer Series 3. Why is it not showing me how much that costs? Prices? Wait, price. Oh, hell no. 100. Girl, you work at a dealership. You driving from your home to the dealership every day. In 100K, I just don't understand. I don't understand. Like, I never even heard of a Jeep Wagoneer. That sounds crazy. So she's driving a full size SUV, and that's why it's costing her almost $1,400. That's mad. Like, that's actually mad, bro. All right, let's go back to the video.
Car payment.
I got a couple of them, but the first one's $1,445.
What kind of car is that?
That's just one car, $1,445. That's crazy.
That's a new GMC Sierra 2500 Denali.
What's the other one?
It's a wide body CTSV. That's $1,161.
Nice payment.
Why?
Hey, sir. What is your car payment?
Bro, what's your car payment? And what kind of car are you driving?
You know, honestly, I was about to make my car payment. I'll even show you. It's kind of funny. Everybody's talking about high
Who makes their car payment on paper anyway?
payments. Look at that number right there.
1516 sounds stupid. Like, there's nothing. Like, and this is what I mean. And then here's my problem. Here's my big issue with people paying for their cars. Like, you can do whatever you want with your money. You have freedom. You have free will. Do whatever you want with your money. But if you're paying $13, $15, all types of $1,000, even $700 is crazy. If you're paying thousands for your car every month, and then obviously tens of thousands a year, and then you say, oh man, I haven't saved enough for retirement. The capitalist system is terrible for us. It is holding us back. Everything's expensive. No. You're tripping. Like, you're tripping. This is how you tripping out. Because I bet you a lot of these people got these car payments for like 3 to 6, 7 years. That's tens of thousands of dollars. Because obviously interest means you're gonna pay more. So even though that Wagoneer was $100 and odd dollars, she's probably gonna end up paying like $140K. $140K. That she could have been, shoot, even 40K could have went to the retirement and it would have grown in the 3 to 6 years. Like, it's crazy. Like, you could have just bought a regular car. You could have bought a used car or something like that. Like, but no, everybody got a 2022, a 2021, and they whipping it around $100K, $1,000 payment, head top, 1,000, bow. And then they're all in the dealership, which is very confusing to me because it's like, wait, so they're making crazy payments. Is that why they're forcing you into crazy payments? Because they got to pay off their payments? Or is it that their payments aren't really like this and they're just saying that so they can normalize charging you crazy payments? I don't know. It's crazy. It's freaky. I don't know. It's freaky. I don't know. It just...
That's my car payment.
Dang!
2021 wide body Hellcat Charger.
Hellcat Charger? What is that? What is that? Wide body Hellcat Charger. People say wide body, and I always hear it in like rap music and stuff. I don't even know what wide body means. Does it just mean regular, wider than usual? The hell does that wide body mean? Because I'm pretty sure cars can't just be super wide for no reason. You don't really want to. I mean, maybe you want a wide car. So this is more around like $90K for this car. Because, you know, you got to pay taxes or whatever. So, how fast is it? 196 miles per hour. Why do we even have fast cars? Because it's like, speed limit is 25. Like, speed limit be 25 and you got a car that go 200 miles per hour. Where are you going? Like, that joint is hilarious. Got to take it to a track or something. But, yeah, I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me. But here's the next video.
Sarah, how much is your car payment?
$362.
How much is your car payment, Cody?
$362 is quite reasonable.
$1,300.
Not reasonable. That's rent, bro.
Hey, Gavin, how much is your car payment?
$450.
Okay.
How much is your car payment?
$335.
Blake, how much is your car payment? Hey, Lizzie, how much is your car
See that $0 car payment? That's where I'm trying to be at.
payment?
$532.
How much is your car payment?
$200 a month.
How much is your car payment?
What?
How much is your...
200 is right around where I always figured people were paying for cars. So I guess I'm just crazy because I always thought people were paying like $200 for a car. I didn't know people were paying
payment?
$300. That's fire. She don't even got a car payment. Now we got this one.
How much is your car payment?
It's like been like a theme.
All right,
so
Brian,
like
what's your car payment?
$374.
Hey, what's your car payment?
Car payment on point right there. That one is on point.
$300. Jerry, what's your car payment? $850. All right, what's your car payment? $750.
You see, when I see crazy prices, I just assume you've been screwed. But then it's like they're dealers, so it doesn't make sense to me. It's crazy. Okay, so now we got the news. I haven't watched this yet as well, so I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be reports on the $700 payment and how we got here.
Dealerships also feeling the crunch. They are struggling to even get cars on the lot right now, and their customers are lucky. Customers lucky enough to find a vehicle, they're facing payments at an all-time high. News 5's Catherine Ross explains what's behind the rising cost and how long it could take before Northeast Ohioans see relief.
Jennifer Neiman and her husband like their new car, but it wasn't necessarily their first choice.
We would have loved to have just picked out the perfect car, but we were willing to just say good enough. And we were just happy to have a new car in that time period.
Good enough.
Yeah, so that's even worse. It's like you gotta like just get whatever's the pickings that's there for the day, because it's like they don't even have enough cars for you to actually get the car you actually want. Like that is tragic, because like cars are very expensive, so to have to pay for a vehicle that you don't even really want. Granted, the way I see cars are a utility, so either way, you should just be hoping to get a car that gets you from point A to point B, because that's really how you should be living. But obviously they seem like a little bit older, so they've probably been through quite a few cars, and they're like, hey, we want the car we want, because we have experience in the game.
Even better now, because a year after the Neiman's purchase, inventory is still low and prices have skyrocketed.
We're a family that doesn't want to take on too much debt. And that's a large bill.
Now, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the cost of a new car has gone up almost 13% in the past year. And the cost of a used car is up more than 16%. But at the same time, demand for those cars is also going up.
So, like, the actual price of a used car is going up even more. Like, that's crazy, because it's like, because a car is supposed to depreciate. So, it's like, they're going up. That's kind of wild, because there's only one car I've ever seen go up in price, and it had always defied the reasonable. Like, I know, like, classic cars, vintage joints, like, they be holding value or whatever, and they be going up. But I mean, like, outside of that, and this is the car I've always wanted, but the gas mileage is completely terrible. So, like, I've always wanted this vehicle. This FJ Cruiser has like been my main desire for so many years. Like, this is the car I've always wanted. Toyota FJ Cruiser. I actually wanted it in matte black, but you know, inside does look pretty awful. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna hurt to like drive in it, but it is one of the coolest cars I've ever seen. Like, super rugged, super utility vibe. Always wanted this car. But anyway,
increased pricing and increased cost for automobile ownership
cool graphics
much earlier than the issues that we're facing today, with interest rates going up, fuel prices going up.
Lou Vitantonio, the president of the Greater Cleveland Automobile Dealership Association, says prices were already rising because labor, manufacturing, and in turn supply were all way down during the pandemic. Dealerships like Great Lakes Hyundai and Streetsboro are feeling that crunch.
I think that's been the biggest change, is a lot of the cars are pre-sold before they ever come to the dealer's lots.
General Manager Bill Cook says he used to keep 200 to 300 new cars and 150 used cars on the lot at a time. Now,
yeah, I mean, we don't have to watch the rest of the video, but I feel like my prediction is just going to be like, hey, the dealerships are going to move like Tesla now, and you know, but then there's still going to be the challenge of having way more demand than supply, which, like Teslas, you know, you can see them going up further than what they used to be when they were purchased. But basically, like, I can see them doing the Tesla model with just going straight to manufacturer ordering, and like, we just order our car and we just pick it up at the dealership. We don't have to deal with dealers, we don't have to deal with any of the extra back end financing stuff. We don't have to, you know, deal with all the hoopla, because Tesla pretty much just streamlined the whole thing. They were like, do the financing through us, we have our own financing, and you could just do it on the website. You don't have to step, you don't have to leave. Just order your car, we'll tell you when you're getting it, and that's it. You could really even drop it off at your house. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope your car payments aren't gonna be high, and if you are looking for a car, look for the best possible deal. Don't go crazy over budget. It ain't worth it, I promise. You rather invest that money and let it grow and have something later on down the road when that car is towed. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.